Good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. Today we're doing one of those other forms of rock music. I want to welcome you to my nightmare. Yes. So we're doing a look back at a classic rock album. Not hard to figure out which one we're going to be doing, right? This is Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. I believe this is the first solo album of Alice Cooper, not the band. So the band is finished, and now Alice Cooper is taking over as a solo artist. So we're going to get into this album. I looked around to figure out where I put this, and I thought it was in here, and I checked everything, and I didn't see it anywhere. So I assume for whatever reason, I think maybe I didn't think of it as maybe an album I wanted to put into this, onto this look back at a classic rock album, but it's since grown on me, so I decided to do it. And if I happen to have done it, it'll show up, and then we'll have to do something else quickly because we're already running behind. Long day, never get time to do these things, but we're here to do them now. So look back at a classic rock album featuring Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. This was released February the 28th, I believe, 1975. Recorded at the Soundstage in Toronto and the Record Plant East, Electric Ladyland, and A&R Studios in New York. Also about 43 minutes long, which is, fairly lengthy album. Not too excessive. It's on the Atlantic record label in the US and Canada, and then Encore elsewhere. I believe this version is, this is the Atlantic one, as you can see clearly. Atlantic label. Produced by Bob Ezrin. Right there, we'll see it. If I can get up close enough. Bob Ezrin, yep. Personnel on the album: Alice Cooper on lead vocals, Dick Wagner on electric and acoustic guitars, Steve Deacon Hunter also on electric and acoustic guitars, Prakash John on bass, and Pentti Whitey Galan on drums. Additional personnel include Bob Ezrin on synthesizers, keyboards, and vocals, Joseph Chinowiecki on keys, clavinet, vocals, and Fender Rhodes. Then you have Tony Levin on the bass on Welcome to My Nightmare and Escape, and then John B. Badacek on drums for the same two songs. Then you also have Vincent Price doing the Curator and Trish McKinnon doing the Mom. And David Ezrin, Gary Lyons, Michael Sherman, the Summerhill Children's Choir on vocals as well. So that's the technical side of the album. Now, there are 11 tracks on this album. Some good stuff on here. It opens up with Welcome to My Nightmare, kind of a creepy song. I would call this a kind of a bit of a hard rock song, but a little bit more on the creepy side than hard rock. Then you've got Devil's Food, another good track. Black Widow, this one is the Vincent Price Curator song where he's telling people about the Black Widow. It's kind of a creepy song, and a lot of the songs on this particular album are. Just a real creepy song. Some Folks, good hard rockin' song. Only Women Bleed. I'm not sure that would go too well today in today's society, but back then, no problem. Department of Youth. This is a kind of a hard rockin' song, but it's not excessively hard rock. I would call this more of a poppy hard rock song. Cold Ethel, another kind of song, very kind of similar to that. And you get to the first kind of part of the Stephen, I call this the two Stephen songs. Years Ago, it's kind of a creepy dialogue explaining what's going to be happening. And then you got the really super creepy Stephen. This could be the Psycho Killer song if you prefer. Another kind of creepy song there. And The Awakening, which is I kind of think as the kind of epilogue to that, although I don't know if it's meant that way, but that's the way it kind of feels. And then you got Escape, which is kind of a hard rock and poppy kind of hard rock and song as well to end it off. It's a good album for his first debut by himself. Well, as Alice Cooper, I think this is a pretty solid album. I don't think it's a crazy good album, but I think it's a good album. It deserves to be on this Look Back at a Classic Rock album. So I'm not really sure why I chose not to put it there, and then I may find out after I try to upload it that it's already in there. So hopefully I won't find that out, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because I checked all of my notes and I checked my playlist and I didn't see it in there at all. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Look Back at a Classic Rock album featuring Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. If you have, please hit the like and subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell above my head. And if you have any comments, you can put those in the comment section below. This will come out a little bit late just because of the time factor of getting home and getting things ready. So hopefully it won't be too late, maybe 5 or 10 minutes after 8. And we will see you then. So take care and have yourself a good evening. Goodbye.